Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the City of Liverpool, it's Non-League to Legend, it is episode 15 of Non-League to Legend, and we're here with you today with a little bit of a season rundown of what went on in our first season with City of Liverpool. In our first season, we were not meant to be going up. We were predicted to finish about mid-table according to the season preview, but we have gone out of mid-table and we have won the league by a point. If you haven't watched last episode, go back. It was an absolute stormer. I would highly recommend that you go watch it. In terms of our season awards, Lee Hendrie won Player of the Year. Jamie McDonald had a very good year, but Lee Hendrie was just sensational. At a 7.7, scored 14 goals at 16 assists and 9 man of the matches from the middle of the park. You know, the goals that this guy scored was amazing. Apparently his technicals are going up at 42. That's great to know. His physicals are declining, but he will be in and around the squad next season, I reckon, with the way his form it has been. The goal against Norwich that he did score was given Goal of the Year. I think we highlighted this in a YouTube episode quite a few episodes ago because it was such a good goal. If I'm not mistaken, if I didn't, it was maybe another Lee Hendrie goal. Lee Hendrie's just a magic. He's a magical man when he does hit it. And as you can see, that's just a great strike. One touch, pick it out, and into the top bins it goes. It was also signing of the year. Reece Kelly won Young Player of the Year, which is not too bad as well. He's also developed quite nicely with a little bit of potential. But it's just good to see that mostly what we picked for the year is what the team was. You know, Clayton maybe over Hunter. I would have maybe preferred Hunter in that team, but it's okay. In terms of what we need to do in terms of the off-season, there is a few things we need to do. First thing we need to do is try and tie down Jamie McDonald to a new contract. He's very happy, you know, he wants to be here. I'm very happy to give him the fee that he deserves, and he will still be here. Cole Noon, we obviously need to tie down as well. We don't need to tie down people to massive contracts, but we need to keep him obviously here and happy. Jamie McDonald's contract was running up, that actual valued contract. We can't get him on another contract. It is always going to be an amateur contract with how low down we are. But if you can look at the star ratings here, we probably need some depth or we need some quality. You know, like the likes of Pilner and Johnson are very good Northwest players, but are they good enough for the division above? Who knows? We have had success against divisions above us. Jermaine Johnson apparently is very good for, he's good for the division above. Jay Hunter has obviously a lot of potential, the 21-year-old, and he had a very good year. So hopefully he will continue to grow. We can use a player like that. Ben Ledger in goals isn't the greatest player. If we go look at him in terms of the level above us, everyone here is just Northwest corner of quality apart from Cole Noon and Jamie McDonald. Lee Hendrie, though, we can't drop a guy like this, and I don't care if he declines. He's going to be in at the next year after the year he just had. Denson's actually really good as a right back and is very good for the division above, and even at left back, well, I thought Braxton was better than that. Apparently he's not. He's a decent player for Northwest. We need some places. We probably need a keeper. We need a centre back. We probably need a left back. Would ideally like an actual proper centre mid that's really good. Probably need maybe a right mid. We say that Kelly had a decent year and has a good player for the division above, so maybe we don't need a right winger. The next debate is, do we play 4-3-3 or do we play 4-4-2? I feel like because the 4-4-2 works so well, we're going to play 4-4-2, but you might see me go into a 4-3-3 at some point, maybe next season if results don't go our way, and play a little bit more of an expansive 4-4-3. I wouldn't say go and play positively or anything. I'd say might slightly standard at the start, and we'll see how games go. We'll switch between being really positive or playing on the break. But a system that looks at, can we get the ball? Can we press a little bit? Can we win it? And can we play? Nothing too crazy. I'd probably line it up with very minimal instructions. This is maybe even a little bit too many instructions for level 10 as well. But we would even line up a 4-3-3 with bugger all instructions, keep it very standard 4-3-3 and just go and play, or 4-2-3-1 if we find the right centre attacking mid as well. But look, we have a little bit of depth around in terms of youngsters, Froggatt there, Sam Doran's another one. And look, I don't think the squad's too bad. It's just a matter of how many of these players that are 2-star, 3-star that we can replace with players of better, with some quality as well. Obviously, we're going to be scouting. I actually have a friend of mine coming over that got me in a Football Manager. He'll be here soon, and he loves a big scout. So we're going to go through and we're going to scout lower leagues. We're going to put our heads together and see what we can find. What we're going to do is going to look very heavily on what we need, what fits the system, and what can we do. We're also going to focus very heavily on, people that have been released from the Premier League, from the league, from league football all the way down to Championship, League 1, League 2, even the Vanarama levels, that have quality enough to come to us on a non-contract, that have the potential to grow into those sort of players. I'm not going to say we're going to get a Premier League quality player in, but we might be able to get a reject from the Premier League that was never good enough to be in the at a Premier League club anyway. There's a few players like that in and around that get genned out and then released straight away. We are currently scouting that. The best way to do that is until we enter pre-season and the trialists come out, those trialist squads, and then there's 4 trialist teams. We're going to try and maybe improve our staff slightly, maybe get another scout in and really go scout those trialists, because I found my best players in lower league football through those trialist games. Players that have no hope, haven't been picked up by our football club, but have got quality for lower league saves, to be potentially a Vanarama player, to be a League 2 player. And if you can find a player with that sort of potential that has like a key stat like pace or finishing at our level, at level 9, they can get you for the next 3 seasons on their own back. And hopefully we find someone like that. But that's what's going to be entitled for the next save. In terms of maybe what we'll also look at before we get away is probably the league table itself. We did win by a point, but if we go to the stats and the team overall stats, most goals was up by with 99. Less goals conceded, I think, was us as well. Goals from corners, that's fine. Goals from indirect free kicks. If we're looking at passes completed, Squiregate was the best at that. We are going to be a fair way down on this, pass completion ratio. If we go down, we're down in 10th, which is maybe not the worst of what I thought. But it's not too bad. In terms of us, we did score the most amount of goals. We created the most amount of chances for the season by about 20 more. Shots on target ratio. Shots on target, we had 280 shots compared to 268 from Squires Gate. In terms of defending, conceded, Whitechurch conceded less amount of goals by a mile, and probably why they were so good towards the end of the season. What else can we have a look at here? Financially, we didn't have the biggest wage. We actually were down in 8th, which is pretty good. Looks like Norwich are paying a lot for their players. Maybe worth scouting a bit of Norwich's team in that case then, because maybe they were meant to do a lot better than what they were. But we'll see how we go. And in terms of general stats, I'm very happy with how we went, and I'm very happy with how we, went on in the season. Whitechurch went on a 13-game without losing thing. Apparently, we did that twice. I would highly doubt that. Maybe that's over the best form at the moment. I would say our current form was better than that. But, just good to see a few of the stats. Obviously, as we get higher in the divisions, I've been saying this, but as soon as you get to League 2, you start implementing a little bit of a philosophy where you don't care how results come. In League 1, you implement your philosophy. In the Championship, you implement your philosophy to a premium. And then once you get to the Premier League, you got the players have got the work rate, the technical quality to keep the ball. You got players that are a bit creative, can be expressive, can do more than one thing, can not just pass, but they can track back. You got fullbacks that can bomb on, and you start being able to build a system to what I like, which is very high possession based, high press football. Can we go kill teams? Can we go be creative? We're not at that stage yet, but one day it's good to dream and it's good to believe that I reckon we can get there. It's just going to take a long slog. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to stick with 4-4-2 or very structured 4-3-3, for next season, and the season's going on. But hopefully one day when we become a professional club, when we become in the higher levels of English football, we can start implementing a little bit of a possession-based system, a little bit more beautiful for us to watch, and hopefully we can build a footballing system here at the City of Liverpool that would keep us in good stead for the next 50 years or so in this save. Anyhow, from Damien, from the City of Liverpool, from non-league to legend, that is the season review done. Great from us. We are champions. We got promoted. We're up to level 9 next season. When I see you next time, it will be before that first game of the season where we're going to recap all the scouting we've done and all the transfer business. I would love to stream all this as well, but because Bright Lights is so important, we'll be streaming Bright Lights later tonight. And a little bit of a service announcement: we won't be here from Wednesday through till next Monday. We will be over in Sydney coaching the State Futsal Girls, as I am the head coach for the State Futsal Girls here in South Australia. So hopefully we can go out there and beat the Victorians, beat New South Wales. We've not very well seeded. I think the last couple of years, I've been in charge only this year, they finished, they didn't get out the group the first year, and they got out the group just on goal difference before getting spanked by one of the New South Wales sides in the first knockout round. So hopefully I have produced a squad that's good enough to get them out. But just a little bit of service now. If the upload seems slow over the next week, it's mainly because we've been away over in Sydney. I'll keep updated on my Twitter, so even more reason to keep go follow the link below for my Twitter and to my Twitch. But yeah, great first season with City Liverpool. Hopefully we keep these good times going, and hopefully we can go and consolidate next season and not come straight back down. Thank you from Damien and from City of Liverpool. That's Non-League The Legend, episode 15 done. I'll see you for episode 16 in the near future. Thank you and goodbye.